How many years? 62 years. I went to high school here in 58 and graduated from here in 64, and I've been going to all the hockey games ever since.
I've been coming to the Panther games since the early 70s. I graduated in 70 and 71, and I've been coming pretty well ever since.
But a fan, I'd say 50 years. Doing this for about, I'd say sometime between 30 and 25. And they said 30, but I think it could be 25.
I have been supporting the Panthers, let's say, 8 coaches and 3 rinks.
Well, I've seen them win Nationals in '84, but haven't missed a game in the last 20 years.
Oh, God. Since they opened here, and then down in the Civic Center when they were there.
20, 25. I think my wife and I were season ticket holders when they were playing out of the Civic Center downtown Charlottetown.
Quite a long time, but a season ticket holder since 2006 when I retired.
I started going to university games back in St. Dunstan's was playing. We used to go to the Civic Center, see, you could get a seat there anywhere. I've had the same seat for the last 10 years.
The son picks me up around 6:15, we get a coffee, sit there and watch the warm-up.
We drop Jared off at 5:30, 20 after 5, then we go out and have a meal somewhere and then come back and enjoy the game.
The 4 of us that would meet prior to those games, that was like the hot stove league more or less, right? We would chat about who's doing what, and maybe somebody else could improve a game this way or whatever, all those little things. So it's just an enjoyable thing to do.
Just come and cheer them on, and it's a social event as well. You know, you get to meet, like you mentioned earlier, your friends and see them every couple of weeks or every week.
So I have to drive 50 miles to get here. So I live in Surrey. We don't miss too many games.
Oh, the fans all know me, and only for my yelling, really, but anyway, but the players I don't know as well, even though they nod at me, you know. The only one that really knew me a lot was Joe Ward. And meet me uptown and say, "Hi, 50-50, man."
Well, the attraction is seeing the people that I know, one point that you're making. And I sit with a longtime friend that I worked with for probably 40 years.
It's excellent hockey. I'm a hockey player myself, or used to be a hockey player. I played for about 50 years, 60 years.
I guess there's probably a number of things. One of them I played myself.
Just lively stuff, you know, and UPEI this year has got a good team. But then so is everybody else.
It's the quality of the game. The game is fast. The game is physical.
Most of these guys would have played major junior, so they're coming out of a pretty good hockey program.
I think it's better than the junior A. And these guys have all gone through junior, you know, the major junior leagues. Many of them have decided to play AUS hockey instead of going to the East Coast League or the American League.
If the boys are on their game, it's precise.
I love this arena. You're so close, and the game is, you can hear everything.
Probably the next best thing to throw that you're going to get around.
I think it's the best hockey on the island.
From the time they drop that puck, I'm right in there. Let's go, guys.
It's a true story. We sold, at the time, a player in Moncton broke his neck. And And the university said whatever money we raised, we would give to that young fella. Well, the young fella up in the stands, he won it, $700 and some odd dollars. He was going to the university. He donated his half back. I couldn't believe it because students don't have a lot of money. So anyway, the next week when I saw him, I said, anybody does that, luck will be happening. Didn't he win again the next week? $900 and some odd dollars. The odds of that are like $1 billion to 1. $1 billion to 1.
I guess the high moment would be seeing this particular team. It's improving. It's hockey. Its skill is terrific.
When they won the championship.
Well, there's lots of highlights, but the brawl with Moncton out at the Sherwood rink was quite an event.
I can see Billy McMillan starting in his own end and going through the whole team and scoring, and that goes through my mind often.
The biggest one here for us, for me, is seeing how Joe Ward came to UPEI and how he was dominant.
Watching Joel Ward the years he was here, outstanding hockey player.
Joel Ward, I can see him, he's a real digger in the corners, and he always come out with the puck. And when he got to the NHL, I was so proud of him. And he was here a year ago, or 2 years ago, and I met him and got my picture taken with him, and it meant a lot to me.
Mike was a very unique, modest individual. If he played it, he was good at it. Unfortunately, he died very suddenly at the age of 50, and the year following his death, they retired his number 11. He would have been so pleased, and yet Sean and Alison and I appreciated so much that the hockey community thought so much of him and had so much respect for his ability that this is what they did to show their appreciation for him. It's very much a hockey community. We make a lot of acquaintances by those individuals that we sit beside, and it becomes very much of a social thing.
You meet an awful lot of people. They sit behind you and they sit in front of you, you know what I mean? And you get to know them.
You develop these friendships, and it's just, it is a great feeling.
I do know a lot of people around the city because I grew up here.
Well, it's just mainly the same people that sit in our area that, you know, a lot of the boys from Surrey.
Even people that maybe you don't know, but you've seen them here and you meet them somewhere else under different circumstances. I saw you at a Panthers game, and then that leads into having a conversation.
At least every second weekend we're here. And so oftentimes when you meet individuals on the street, you wouldn't so much know them, but you'll know, oh look, that's one of my Panthers friends.